What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Darktron Prime, and we're here with an Imperidramon deck list. There is a couple proxies in here, which I will go over in a second. But this deck is absolutely insane when it goes off, and I just wanted to share with you my attacks and how I'm able to get things going. So we have 4 promo Shadramons, which are $40. I have played the deck on simulators and in webcam proxies, and then we have 2 Dino Bs, and these are going to be the Bt16 Dino B. But yeah, the deck is really strong, has a ton of aggro, and it floats a ton as well. Being able to digivolve for reduced costs and just dropping rookies for free, constantly searching, grabbing, trashing. As soon as you get your first line in trash, you're built for the rest of the game. So let's just jump into it. We run 4 Demi Mariners for the draw discard potential on deletion. Also sets up your Wormmon and Vmon in trash if you just decide to just swing with them. You can also just put in a 4 or 5 that you're missing in trash as well. We run 2 Goblimons as a extra supporting rookie, being able to digivolve in the back. Sometimes you want your Wormmons and Vmons in your hand, so Davis and Ken can play them. So this would raise out, get you a memory on the start of the turn if your opponent has a Digimon, and then it also is a draw discard target as well. Then we have Wormmon at 4. This is the main card of the deck, the Bt16 Wormmon, as it's able to start of main or on play. If it's your turn, you can digivolve into one of your Digimon with level 4 card with Insectoid or Free and Trait, and then reduce the cost by 1. So you're able to digivolve into your promo Shadramon and your Flamedramon and your other Shadramon from EX3. The Shadramons are probably going to be your primary target, as you're able to spawn out another body and then spawn out a Wormmon on Digivolve, and then that Wormmon can go into the EX3 targets to warp into your 5. Then we're going to be running 4 of Vmons. Vmons are really strong cards. I can't see myself cutting it off the deck, even though I've tried. It's just on play, discard a card, draw 2. You have to discard a free and trait, which is probably the only downside sometimes. But it comes up a lot where your hand is filled with these cards that you need in trash, and dropping a Vmon or having the Davis and Ken drop the Vmon is just really value. Davis and Ken also drops the Wormmon, which makes it a champion for 1 cost, which is absolutely insane. Then we also played the EX3 Wormmon, which gives retail, and also on play reveal 3 cards, add 1 card with Imperidramon or free, and then trash 1 card with the same trait. This card does help a lot into digging into the deck if you have things in hand that you just want to keep at the moment. They kind of just play around each other. Also, the Shadramon can play both of them for free. Then we're going to be running EX3 Flamedramon at 2, and then Shadramon at 4. They basically do the same thing. When digivolving, you can digivolve using your trash. You can digivolve another Digimon to level 4 using your trash of the opposite color. And yeah, it comes, I mean, not opposite color, but free and traits. And then, so that could be your Shadramon or either or. And then, or you can do your You May Digivolve effect, so DNA Digivolve. So if you Digivolve for 2, passing your opponent to 1, you can use the You May Digivolve effect to warp into a Dino B or Paildramon, depending on what you have in hand, and then end your turn on one of them instead of ending your turn on a 4. The Shadramon, promo Shadramon, really makes these 2 cards shine, so I try to put them at 6 so I see them more often. It's either see one or the other. The promo Shadramon being able to spawn out your searchers, and your cost reduction to just go into your combo pieces. And then on top of that, it has an inheritable play your searchers and your combo piece. So huge card. It is at $40 at the moment, so I couldn't really drop $160 for this deck at the moment, but really strong card. I think it's a mandatory 4 of. Then we run 4 Dino Bees. These are all Bt16 Dino Bees. Partition's insane, Raid is insane, Give a Body Rush, insane. This Dino Bee puts you in a position where you can play Pale or itself, as the older one only lets you play the Pale. And then it also gives that Body Rush, so if you ever want to just get an extra swing in, or it does kind of help at times. Then we have Imperidramon. Imperidramon, when DNA Digivolving, spawn on a Dino Bee, and then on deletion play a Vmon. Oh, as well as Dino Bee has Partition, so if your big guy dies or tries to leave the field, you can spawn out the 2 fours. Imperidramon, on deletion, play a Vmon, when DNA Digivolving, spawn out the Dino Bee, and then it has security attack +1, which is very important for this deck because that's the way we OTK. But we're gonna get into that part shortly. We have the Dragon Mode. Dragon Mode lets us warp into an Imperidramon Fighter Mode. Doesn't matter the color, because the Fighter Modes ignore the color. But yeah, so when Digivolving, when DNA Digivolving, your opponent chooses 1 Digimon on their board to keep on board, and then the rest get deleted. Then we have the effect to Blitz. When the attack happens, you gain 2k, and then you can warp into an Imperidramon. So your opponent has 1 body on board. You can suspend the last body with the Wormmon, or you can just to go through with the checks, or you can warp into your Imperidramon Fighter Mode. Ace, bottom deck that card that they had, suspend your Davises and Kens to gain memory, and then be able to end of attack, bottom deck another target just because you have just because they're suspended. It keeps constant pressure. It gains a security +1 off the Imperidramon. I am debating whether or not to run this Ace or the Bt13 Imperidramon, just because it's kind of the same route. But overall, really strong cards. You can either end with the dragon, and then if your opponent decides to retaliate over your dragon or swing around it, you can ace and then remove bodies on board. Or you can just go for the full aggro and just go for 4 security checks with the Imperidramon at like 15, sometimes 17, because of the Vmon. The fact that you always put your opponent in a position where they have to do something is pretty great. The Davis and Kens always give you the memory back from the Imperial, or at least make this Digivolve for 1 so it doesn't feel as bad. Sometimes you want to go into the one that turns off security. I'm probably going to remove him entirely. I understand that, like, you can Digivolve over the Dino Bees with this one at least, but it comes up moments where it just doesn't do anything, and then on top of that, it has to deal with aces as well. So if your opponent aces you with a Valkyrie or something that de-Digivolves it'll never proc its on deletion. And then the Valkyrie would just give you a -5k to the board, so anything you spawn just dies. But really cool that this Dragon Mode can warp into any fighter mode. I will be playing around with a couple other ones, but I've been having a lot of success with the Ace, because the Ace is able to increase the aggro and really go through security while clearing board. So like, this card makes it so you don't need the other Dino Bee that can swing out unsuspended, because you can just bottom deck the one currently on board and not trigger any reactions off it. Since there's a lot of aces in the meta, the fact that when you blow up board you can have a possible gain 4 memory is pretty huge as well. So just to keep that in mind, they would have to choose either the key piece or sometimes just the ace on board. which you're gonna bottom deck. Then we run one calling to add a combo pieces to our hand. Also delete a Digimon to proc Demi-Mirror. Sometimes we're missing one or two cards. Wisdom training to add everything in our deck except the Davison Can and the fighter modes and the Flamedramons. But it does help to sometimes Digivolve for one or for reduced. And also, it's a good search. We run one mat because we do discard off this deck with the Baby, the Gabu, and the Vmon. And it's kind of nice to just drop a Vmon and be able to gain a memory off it as well. Then we run 4 Davison, and it's a memory setter. Then we run 4 Davison Ken, which honestly starts the entire combo for this deck. It gives you memory for your 6. It plays out any of these guys that are going to DNA on that turn. But yeah, this is the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, write it down in the comment section down below. And hope you have a great day. And remember, we work by nature.